What's going on, everybody? Red Velvet's coming to you live. Not live. I'm coming to you from the Diner Pod Studios. It's been a long day. It's been a busy day. A little tired. We had a lot of stuff to cover. Happy Tuesday. I'm off. You know, I had to move the Chowdown to today because my mom made taco chili. And if you know Mama Velvet, she's a good cook. Darn good cook. I didn't get this body by eating vegetables. A lot of food, a lot of protein, a lot of sugar. So I had to take care of business and go eat some taco chili. So we're coming to you on Tuesday. Oh, my apologies. We'll get back on track hopefully next week unless she makes something that I cannot live without. So hope everybody had a good weekend. It was a busy weekend of activities, sporting events, all sorts of stuff. But real quick, we're going to start off by thanking the people that make this possible, the sponsors. That's right. Thank you very much, sponsors. Also, thank you to our subscribers. All you got to do to be a subscriber is hit that button 2 times on your mobile device or your computer, and you will be a subscriber to the Diner Podcast for early access to podcasts and other perks. So enough of that. We're going to move that to the side. If you are looking for something to do on Valentine's Day, take your date to Clay City in the Eel Dome. The Harlem Wizards are coming to town, and they'll be playing Steph. And I'm putting my money on the Harlem Wizards. They're pretty good. A lot of college athletes on that team. So come on out. It's a fundraiser for the PTO and the Clay City Sports Boosters. So looking forward to that. I'll be in attendance. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we do have breaking news. Saturday night, Singleton Wrestling had Pinnacle. They crowned their first women's champion. And it is Sophia Rose. Sophia Rose won a qualifying match and then won the main event fatal 4-way, defeated 3 other tough competitors to become the first ever women's champion. So congratulations, Sophia. Singleton's next show is Friday, March 20th. It is To the Top, and the main event there, it's going to be a 6-man ladder match, maybe more. I know it's a ladder match with at least 6 guys. We hang a briefcase from the ceiling, and they got to climb a ladder, retrieve the briefcase, and then the winner receives a title shot later on at a different date, depending on when Mr. H wants it to happen. So be sure to get your tickets for To the Top 3. Another accomplishment, shout out, Northview Freshman Basketball. They are the WIC champions, so congratulations to the freshman team, and keep pushing there. All right, it is time for our first segment, the Next Level Athletes. And the Next Level Athletes, this is a segment where we have the Dinerverse. We got all these schools and clubs that I cover. Well, Next Level Athletes are athletes from these Dinerverse schools at the next level. College, professional. And we're going to get started. We're going to start in the NBA. Terror of the South. Ball. Craig Porter Jr. plays on the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers took on the Clippers. The Cavaliers win 124-91. Donovan Mitchell was the leading scorer for the Cavs. He had 29 points and 4 boards. Craig Porter Jr. had 7 points and 2 boards. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. That guy. He's a good ball player. The laugh is awful, but he's a good ball player. Kawhi Leonard, 25 points, 7 rebounds. And then the Cavs take on the Kings. The Cavs win 132-126. Donovan Mitchell, yet again, leads the team. 35 points and 4 assists. Craig Porter had 4 points and 4 assists. And I believe James Harden is now a member of the Cavaliers, so the Cavs are getting better. And then for the Kings, Nick Clifford had 30 points and 4 boards. Moving over, we're going to cross the pond. We're going to Hungary, where Jalen Moore, Cloverdale star, plays for Ingus Cormid, and they took on Szydek. I don't know. They took on another team in the Hungary league that I can't pronounce. And Szydek won 96-93. Jalen Moore led Ingus Cormid with 29 points and 6 assists. And then George, we'll call him George. It's got silent D's. Drinovac led the other team, 22 points and 2 rebounds. Now we got some women's college hoop action. We got Rose Holman taking on Hanover. The Engineers win 66-59. Emerson Vican, 21 points and 5 boards for Hanover. And then West Vigo's own Caitlin Fennell, 20 points for the Engineers. Then Rose Holman took on Anderson, and the Engineers win 79-54. Izzy Davis had 13 points and 3 rebounds. Caitlin Fennell, 15 points and 7 boards. And Abigail Shearer from Clay City had 2 rebounds. We're going to go across the state line to Lakeland Community College. They took on Lincoln Land, and Lincoln wins 69-51. Then Lakeland took on Illinois Central, and Illinois Central wins 96-43. We're going back to Indiana. Marion taking on Mount Vernon Nazarene, and the Knights win 94-42. For Mount Vernon, Melody Blue Ball. I'm not good at reading. My magic sunglasses aren't helping me out either, but Melody Blue Ball, 15 points and 4 rebounds. And then for Marion, Abby McAnally, 28 points and 9 rebounds. And then Park Heritage's own Emma Simpson, 3 points and 2 rebounds. Marion then took on Taylor University. The Knights win 78-55. For Taylor University, Casey Warfel had 15 points and 8 rebounds, representing Pendleton Heights. And then for Marion, Abby McAnally, 28 points, 23 rebounds. Emma Simpson had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a block. Now we're at IU Kokomo, way down in Kokomo. What's up? I'm getting stared at by my daughter because I'm cringe. Telling me, she's looking at me like I'm cringe. I don't know what that means, but apparently I'm cringe. IU Kokomo takes on Midway. Midway wins 65-56. For Midway, Morgan Cross got a double-double, 21 points and 11 boards. And for IUK, Mariah Crawford, 14 points and 7 rebounds. And Mia Katie, 14 points and 16 rebounds. She is representing Mississauga High School. Yeah, over in Indiana. I don't know where that's at, but Mississiniwa. Mississiniwa. There we go. Say that 5 times fast. Say that 1 time fast. See if you can get it right. IU Kokomo then takes on Oakland. And the Cougars win 75-54. For Oakland, Allison Rideout had 11 points and 2 rebounds, and she also got a cycle. IUK, Cameron Rector from Danville leading the way, 24 points and 4 assists. And then we go to Quincy. They took on Drury. Drury wins 64-56. Carly Peters had 14 points and 5 boards for Quincy. And then for Drury, Sarah Mendel, 21 points and 10 rebounds. Now we're going over to men's hoops. We're going to start at Valparaiso. I've been saying they were the Crusaders. Apparently they changed their name to the Beacons. I'm a little late to the party. So the Valparaiso Beacons taking on the Bradley Braves. Bradley wins 72-65. Justice McNair, 17 points and a rebound. And Greencastle's own Brody Whitaker, 4 points and a rebound. For Bradley, Montana Wheeler had 18 points and 3 assists. And then we go to Valpo versus the Evansville Purple Aces. The Beacons win 70-63 for Evansville. Leif Moeller, 26 points and 5 rebounds. And then for Valpo, Owen Deese, 18 points and 5 boards. Then Valpo takes on Drake, and the Beacons win 81-76. JT Pettigrew had 23 points and 12 rebounds. And Brody Whitaker, 13 points and 2 assists. For Drake, Jalen Quinn, 33 points and 5 boards. Heck yeah. Still came up short, though, pal. ISU, the Sycamores, baby. They took on Evansville. The Sycamores win 84-63. Marcus Harding had 18 points and 5 rebounds. And NL St. Bernard had 18 points and 9 rebounds. Leif Muller had 22 points and 4 assists for Evansville. Then ISU took on Southern Illinois. The Salukis win 80-65. Quellron House had 14 points and 3 rebounds for the Salukis. And then for the Sycamores, Bruno Alekin, 17 points and a rebound, and Caden Huttenlocker from Edgewood High School. We got a board. And we got Ball State and Bowling Green. The Falcons win 77-52. Davion Hill had 15 points and a rebound for Ball State. And then for Bowling Green, Josiah Shackelford, 21 points and 6 rebounds. Ball State versus Louisiana. The Cardinals win 73-68. For Ball State, Caden Fish, 17 points and 6 rebounds. And then for Louisiana, Christian Lewis, 26 points and 4 boards. And that does it for this edition of Next Level Athletes. Now it's time for the Varsity Special. We're going to start with wrestling. Getting that the mode there. Bloomington South Regional. As a team, Bloomington South took first place. We do have some podium finishes with some pictures. So Sam May took first place in his weight class. Noah Fields took first in the 175 weight class. James Rabola, first place in the 190. Click. There we go. Devin Orman, first place in the 215. And then Griffin Osborne, first place in the 285. Also, second place finishes Austin Boltinghouse from Owen Valley, William Rader for Terre Haute South, and Colin Willen from Owen Valley. Now we move over to the Logansport Regional. Harrison West Lafayette took first place as a team. First place podium finishes Tucker Herndon from Seeger got first place. And then in second place, Gunnar Payne from Attica and Chase Peckney from Frontier. Then we move over to the Mooresville Regional. Brownsburg took first place. They're a tough team. Them and Avon, South Putt, a lot of good teams up in the Mooresville Regional. Mason Goetz from Avon, Griffin Larson from Avon all took first place. And Keenan Mowry Shields from South Putt coming in first place in the heavyweight division. I'll move that. I don't know why. That's what threw me off. I couldn't find his picture. Second place, Case Bridge from Avon, Nate Reeve from Avon, and Nathan Merwaska from Avon all taking second. Over in the North Montgomery Regional, Zionsville took first place as a team. And podium finishes, Gavin Mason from Southmont took first place. Then second place finishes Bryce Glaze, Aiden Rangel, Josh Ushman, Aiden Hutchison, and Warren Pollard. Then we have the IHSAA JV State. First place was Brownsburg by a lot. They had over 700 points as a team because it was a boys and girls meet combined. First place podium finishes Bridget Johnson from Franklin Central. Then second place we had Maya Stringer, Alex Lorenzoni, and Fatronat Diallo. Oh, I totally butchered that name. I can guarantee you that. Now we got some girls hoops. High school girls sectional started this week, and some teams moved on. Some teams ended their season. We're still Terre Haute North against Bloomington North. The Cougars win 46-31. Madison Strange had 15 points and 5 boards. Cascade took on Speedway, and the Cadets won 38-35. Northview took on Indianapolis Washington and won big time, 64-5. Reagan White with 15 points, Carly Schrader with 13, and Cambry Schultz with 12. Western Boone takes on Delphi. Delphi wins 53-26. Allie Lewis had a double-double, 13 points and 10 boards. And then North Putt took on Greencastle. The Cougars win 54-39. Jenna Day had 16 points and 4 steals. Ellie Burdine, 12 points and 4 rebounds. And then Park Heritage took on Southmont. The Wolves win 58-42. Kennedy Mitchell, 19 points and 8 boards. Berkeley Shelsky had 13 points and 7 steals. Lila Busenbark, 11 points and 5 rebounds. Then for the Mounties, Ella Berry, 16 points and 3 boards. Layla Gomez, 10 points, 9 boards, and a cycle. West Vigo taking on Eastern Green. The Vikings win 46-27. Lydia Jones had a double-double, 17 points and 12 boards. Cameron Funk, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and a cycle. J.C. Elkins got 13 points. Attica against Covington. The Ramblers win 43-25. Lauren Hardy had 8 points and 4 rebounds for the Trojans. Riverton Park against North Vermilion. Panthers edge out the Falcons 40-39. Kenzie Nowicki had 10 points and 7 rebounds. Annie Campbell had 16 rebounds. Cadence Dunham, 16 points, 4 rebounds, and a cycle. North Thoman, 13 points and 20 rebounds. You heard that right, 20 rebounds. Kiana Smith got a cycle. Clay City taking on North Central. The Eels win 45-22. Ellie Stolting led the way, 15 points and 12 boards. Marley Ray, 12 points and 4 steals. Jenna Hoffman got the cycle. Cam Rhodes had 10 rebounds and a cycle. Avon against Pike. Pike wins 55-38. Terre Haute South against Martinsville. The Braves win 49-44. Zanari White had a double-double, 23 points and 15 boards. Samara Newbern had 17 points and 4 rebounds. Cascade against Edgewood. The Mustangs win 31-24. Northview against Owen Valley. The Knights win 54-47. Aubrey Sparks, 14 points and 11 boards. Hannah Bixler, 12 points and 2 steals. Carly Schrader had 31 points, and Reagan White had 13. North Putt against South Putt. The Cougars win 38-30. Jenna Day, 11 points and 6 rebounds. Jasmine Duval, 10 points and 3 blocks. Eliana Cox had 7 points and 7 boards, and Jocelyn Bumgardner had 16 rebounds for the Eagles. Park Heritage against South Vermilion, and the Wolves win 83-5. Alyssa McMullen had 16 points and 9 boards. McKinley Jenkins, 12 points and 4 rebounds. Kennedy Mitchell, 12 points and 4 rebounds. And Carly Noonan, 11 points and 2 steals. Linton Stockton against West Vigo. The Miners win 53-27. Lydia Jones had 7 points and 3 rebounds. Cameron Funk got the cycle. Fountain Central against Attica, and Fountain Central wins 34-16. No stats reported. Riverton Park against Faith Christian. Faith Christian wins 40-31. Corinne Loomis had 16 points and 9 rebounds. Clay City against Shakamak. The Lakers win 61-24. Olivia Schidler had 7 points and 4 rebounds. Marley Ray got the cycle. Terre Haute South against Bloomington South. Panthers win 62-49. Moose White got 21 points and 7 boards. Avery Castle, 10 points and 3 rebounds. And Meredith Toomey had 11 boards. Northview against Edgewood in the sectional championship. The Knights win 42-35, and they are back-to-back sectional champions. Congratulations, Northview. Park Heritage against North Putt in the sectional championship. The Wolves win 46-34. They are your sectional champions. Lila Busenbark, 13 points and 3 rebounds. Kennedy Mitchell, 10 points and 9 rebounds. And then Fountain Central against Faith Christian. The Mustangs win 34-11. They are the sectional champions in their bracket. Now we move over to Illinois. Richland County taking on Paris. Did I skip one? Take that back. Richland County taking on Mattoon. The Tigers win 66-51. Aaliyah Flitner, 28 points, 5 rebounds, and a cycle. Kelsey Weiler had 17 points and 5 boards. Jalen Gwynn, 10 points and 4 rebounds. Richland County against Paris. We got a Tiger battle right there. Paris wins 48-35. Aaliyah Flitner, 17 points and 11 boards. Kelsey Weiler, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Richland County against Lawrenceburg. Tigers win 75-40. Kelsey Weiler, 31 points and 2 rebounds. And Aaliyah Flitner, 21 points and 7 boards. Richland County against Mount Vernon. Kelsey Weiler going off yet again, 20 points and 5 rebounds and a cycle. Aaliyah Flitner, 14 points and 8 rebounds. Wow, a lot going on. Now we got boys basketball. Northview taking on Edgewood. The Knights win 64-32. Quinn Lewis, 16 points and 8 boards. Traven Bias, 15 points, 5 steals. Braden Goff had 11 points and 6 rebounds. Cloverdale against the Eels of Clay City. Cloverdale wins 64-53. Terre Haute South against Danville. Danville wins 64-62. Sullivan against WRV. The Arrows win 71-40. West Vigo against Marshall. The Vikings win 52-46. Avon against Zionsville, 46-42. The Orioles with the dub. North Montgomery against Benton Central. Benton Central gets the dub here, 51-30. Colton Arnold had 13 points and 4 rebounds. Isaac Thornton and Colin Zachary, they got the cycle. Clay City against Shakamak. The Eels win 40-44. Yeah, the Eels win 44-40. Let me get my timing right there, pal. Covington against Fountain Central. The Trojans win 52-44. Caden Smith led the way, 19 points and 4 rebounds. Crew Ryman had 13 points and 7 rebounds. Landon Herzog had 11 rebounds and cycle. Western Boone against Crawfordsville. The Athenians win 72-55. Quinn Westerfeld, 16 points and 9 rebounds. Luke LaGrange, 12 points and 2 rebounds. Jaden Latham had 11 points and 3 steals, and Tristan Falk had 11 boards. For the Athenians, Mason McCarty, 25 points and 6 boards. Jonathan Smith, 21 points and 7 rebounds. Nolan Watt had 12 points and 5 boards. Greencastle against Cecina. Cecina wins 62-60. Sam Gooch got 22 points, 4 rebounds, and cycle. Trevin Long, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Gavin Tyson had 10 points and a steal. South Putt against Lebanon. Lebanon wins 62-58. Linton Stockton against Cascade. The Miners win 63-60. Brady Shrebley had 19 points and 4 rebounds. Marcus Hobson, 14 points and a rebound. TJ Turner at 11 points and 3 rebounds. North Vermilion versus South Vermilion. I scrolled too far and I cut it off and I thought it was a W. The Falcons win 51-24. Tegan Leonard, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and a cycle. Graham Young, 13 points and 6 boards. Nick Straw, 10 points and 3 rebounds. Northview against Terre Haute South. The Knights win 71-38. Quinn Lewis, 22 points and 8 rebounds. Braden Goff, 13 points and 6 boards. Traven Bias had 12 points and 3 steals. Avery Perry, 10 points and 3 rebounds. Park Heritage against Attica. The Wolves win 80-20. Carter Crum, 17 points and 3 rebounds. Joel Miller, 13 points and 4 steals. Jonah Hopkins with 12 points and 2 steals. Isaac Pickle, 12 points and 7 rebounds. And Brendan Goins, 11 points, 7 assists. Seeger against Riverton Park. The Patriots win 73-60. Jack Cole, 19 points and 4 steals. Reed DeSpinett, 17 points and 4 rebounds. Garrett Cooksey had 14 points and 6 boards. Mason Hughes, 13 points and 2 rebounds. Braylon Cheshire led the way for the Panthers, 17 points and 2 steals. Blake Todd had 15 points and 7 rebounds. Dane Mullenix, 14 points and 3 rebounds. Southmont against North Putt, 57-42. Mounties. Owen Query had 11 points and 7 rebounds for the Cougars. Sullivan against OV, 57-42. Arrows. Terrell North against Plainfield, 62-55. Patriots. Seeger against Bethesda Christian, 70-65. Bethesda. Cascade against Edgewood. The Cadets win 57-51. Toby Savini had 15 points and a rebound. Davis Hart, 12 points and 2 rebounds. TJ Turner Jr., 11 points and 7 rebounds. And Brady Trebley, 12 boards. That quarterback can rebound, I'll tell you that. Cloverdale against Shakamak, 55-42. The Clovers with the dub. North Putt against Covenant Christian, 67-61. Covenant Christian. Jace Monett, 28 points, a rebound, 4 rebounds, and a cycle. Owen Query, 20 points and 5 boards. Greencastle against Crawfordsville. The Tiger Cubs win 65-46. Gavin Tyson, 20 points and 3 rebounds. Sam Gooch, 13 points and 4 rebounds and a cycle. Nathan Sutherland, 10 points and 7 boards. North Central against Seven Oaks. T-Birds win big time, 83-46. Eli Harris had 17 points. Chris Benford with 16, and Elijah Pritchard had 11. Park Heritage against South Montgomery. 81-39, Wolves get the dub. Carter Crum leading the way with a double-double, 16 points and 10 rebounds. Trey Shelsky had 13 points and 4 rebounds. Jonah Hopkins, 11 points and 2 boards. Brendan Goins, 10 points, 3 steals. And Leighton McMullen, 10 points and 2 rebounds. Fountain Central against Rossville. The Mustangs win 52-50. Sullivan against Bloomfield. The Arrows win 60-59. Blake Neal had 23 points, 5 boards, and cycle. Terre North against Decatur Central. Patriots get the dub 79-61. And Western Boone against Clinton Central 58-51 Stars. Tristan Falk, 18 points and 8 boards. Quinn Westerfeld, 18 points and 4 rebounds. Working our way. Now we're in middle school sports. 8th grade girls basketball. They took on Otter Creek last week. The Knights win big time 36-16. Tessa Horn had 19 points. Brooklyn Ison was 8. Cora Woolery was 6. Jenna Archer had 2. And Violet Batson with 1. And then we got middle school wrestling. The Clark Pleasant Middle School Girls Invite. Franklin Central took first place as a team. We got a first place podium finish. Hannah Beasley from Riverton Park. And second place is Jaden Wilson from Owen Valley. Ooh, now it is time. That wraps up the varsity special. I'm going to catch my breath real quick, but here's the rookie report. That was fast. Okay. U10 girls at the YMCA. All right, we got that out of the way. Hef Services against Moore Chiropractic. Hef took the victory 30-9, but Moore Chiropractic played very well. I want to give a shout out to Madeline Pond. She went up against Kinley Ward and had her on lockdown. So shout out Madeline Pond for playing great defense. All right, let's get through some stats. Anna Moore, 6 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Kinley Ward, 4 points, 11 rebounds, and an assist. Mia had 2 rebounds and an assist. Octavia Roman, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Brinley Evans, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Lola Moody, 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Nora Thiemann had 4 blocks. Millie Clark, 2 points and 2 steals. And Emmy Huffman, 4 rebounds and a steal. Then for Hef, Jamarley had 2 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Madeline Pond, 4 points and 5 rebounds. Nora Phillips had 2 boards. London had 2 rebounds and a steal. Laney Reese, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Sophie, 2 points and 8 boards. Then we got the middle school girls division, the black versus white. The white wins this time 28-20. Some stats for the game. Vivian Moore, 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, an assist, and 2 blocks. Yes, that is a cycle. Mackenzie Wright, 2 points and 4 rebounds. Hadley Wells, 6 points, 5 boards, and a block. Bailey had 3 rebounds, a steal, and an assist. Joe had 2 points. Aria had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a block. Avery Weichel had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Maylee Whitman, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and an assist. Graceland had 3 rebounds. Rosabella with 2 points. Elena Lynch, 4 points, a rebound, an assist, and a block. And then the 10U boys. Thank you, Derek, for finally submitting stats. I only had to remind you like 3 times. Just kidding. Love you, bro. Weichel family versus JC Auto. The Weichels win 24-16. Wesley Couple, 6 points, a rebound, a steal, and a block. Jackson Fader, 2 points, a rebound, and a steal. Jensen the Jet Dearth, 8 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. Isaac McKenna, 7 rebounds and an assist. And Jacob Wrench, 4 rebounds. Going over to Clay City, the 5th grade team. Clay City took on Eastern Green, and the T-Birds win 21-18. Hallie Huffman, 14 points. Evie Curtis and Allison Martinez, 2 points. Did I say that Clay City won? Eastern Green won if I said that wrong. 21-18 T-Birds, Hallie Huffman, 14 points. Evie Curtis and Allison Martinez, 2. There we go. What is this? Oh, the 5th grade junior Knights boys team. They finished off their regular season. They took on Danville B, and the Knights went 45-5. Charlie Weddle, 10 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block, and an assist. A.J. Johnson, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 steals. Oliver Thompson, 15 points, a rebound, and a block, and an assist. Landon Zabo, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists. Luke Harrison had 2 rebounds, a steal, and 2 assists. Carter Burnett, 6 points, 5 boards, 3 steals, and an assist. Easton Herbert, 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals. And Hudson Madsen, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Then we got Wabash Valley Family Sports Center, the second grade division, Brazil versus the blue team. Blue edges out Brazil 26-22. Anna Moore at 18 points, 9 rebounds, and a steal. Bree Sorrell, 2 points, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. Elliot Forker had 5 rebounds. Emerson Osborne got 2 points. And Paisley Wiener, 1 assist. Then we got youth wrestling. Lots of youth wrestling. Let me get my graphics pulled up here. All right, let's get started. Northview Wrestling Club went to the Normanco tournament. Normanco. We're going to call it Normanco tournament. First place finishes Cam McCoy. He went 3-0 and got 2 pins. Grayson Forker went 3-0 and got 2 pins. Liam Large he got second, 2-1 with a pin. Cooper Braswell went 2-1 with a pin. In third place, J.P. Jackson Pestoff, 1-1 with a pin. Jace Orman went 1-2 with a pin. Charlie Royer got third place. Nash Garrison got fourth place, went 1-2. Bowen Webster went 1-2 and got fifth, and he got a pin. And Carson Girton went 1-2 with a pin, and Carter Trapp went 1-2 in their weight classes. Then we've got the Team Green Wrestling Club, West Vigo's Wrestling Club. They went to the Red Rush Rumble, and we have 2 first-place finishes here. Dom Couch got first place in his division. Billy Miller got first place in his division. And then Prodigy Wrestling Club was also at the Red Rush Rumble. Case Bays got first place in his weight class. Congratulations, all these wrestlers, all these athletes are doing great. Sports are doing great in the Wabash Valley, so keep working. But you know what? Now it's time for my favorite part of the show. That's right. It's time for the Red Velvet Power performers. And this week's performers are Cadence Dunham from North Vermilion, Zanari White from Terre Haute South, Carly Schrader from Northview, Sam Gooch from Greencastle, Mason McCarty from Crawfordsville, Quinn Lewis from Northview, Devin Orman from Northview, Griffin Larson from Avon, Tucker Herndon from Seeger, Gavin Mason from Southmont, Bridget Johnson from Franklin Central, Tessa Horn from North Clay, Hannah Beasley from Riverton Park, Bryn Evans from the YMCA 10U Girls, Jensen Durr from the YMCA 10U Boys, Maylee Whitman for the middle school, Anna Moore for the Wabash Valley second grade. I totally butchered that one. Hallie Huffman for the Clay City fifth grade, Cam McCoy for the Northview Wrestling Club, Grayson Forker for the Northview Wrestling Club, Case Bays from Prodigy Wrestling Club, Dom Couch for Team Green Wrestling, Billy Miller from Team Green Wrestling. Congratulations to all those power performers. And I left one out. Oliver Thompson. He is a power performer for the Junior Knights. You'll be on tomorrow's graphic. That's my bad. Only one man. So thank you to coaches, parents, athletes, everybody that sends in the stats, sends in your pictures, sends in your footage. I appreciate it. I can't do this without y'all. So I want to say thank you to everybody that helps make this possible. One more time, I'm going to thank the sponsors. And that does it for this week's edition of the Youth Sports Chowdown. I thank you all for hanging out with me. So we'll see you next week. Keep pushing. We're out.